The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com, the easiest place to create a website online.
Whizzy as you work. You know, that's how easy it is on... Oh, by the way, it's free.
The Bunker Project podcast episode number 118.
I cannot believe it. And we got a couple silly girls in the corner giggling at
away.
They're playing
Giggling
Office
away.
Jerk.
It's that Margaret has got this new app. Margaret, talk about the goddamn app so we can get it out of the way.
We were just playing Office Jerk. It's, you know...
Oh,
So
no,
play it for us,
I don't
play it
want to
for us.
hear
You
about
gonna play
that.
this? Well, Office. Hey, whoa. Isn't that we should have a podcast jerk? That would be a great. We could just take that, change the graphics, podcast jerk.
Don't
Okay,
talk to
Bob,
me very well.
Bob, maybe you should let me explain
Hey, we
this.
got an Australian visitor here in the
Wait, no, he's
hangout.
from England.
England.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think we
now
we
Bob
established that
remembers.
last time.
Anyway, Bob, Office Jerk is where there's a guy sitting in a cubicle and you like toss cupcakes and stuff at him, and there's a fan blowing, so you have to try
it's like paper toss.
It's like paper toss, only you're throwing it
nice.
cupcakes and different things at the Office Jerk.
So it's
Cool.
just mean
Oh, that is
paper.
cool.
But okay, but the
Yeah,
other
exactly.
cool app is called Zedge, Zedge on Android.
Sound effects.
Tons of
Demo one
ringtones,
right into your mic.
SMS.
cool. So we'll talk
Actually,
about that.
at the beginning of the show, like a couple of shows ago, she was here for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes as we were setting all the mics and equipment up. And she's playing soundbite after soundbite, and they are absolutely outrageous. And a lot
They're
of fun.
awesome quality. I'm just
So should we do another
we can,
record roundtable?
Yeah, let's do another record roundtable. Last
Okay,
week,
so this is the way I want to do it.
we had a roundtable in like
30,
less-
46.
you know,
Oh my
yeah,
God!
it was
Hey,
done in like 20 seconds. It
hey,
was
we've got that
unbelievable.
strange Australian
wasn't
hanging
there
out
for
with us
that.
again.
That's what I said.
Hey, look at
And then you said he's from England.
Craig. Craig's here without his mic.
Oh, no,
there
he's
he is.
moved it into the frame there.
All right.
Okay. So
Is it
hey,
all-
let's. I'll start this time.
No. What I want to do,
Okay.
I want the person on your left. Now introduce the person on your right.
Oh.
All right. So I'll do an ad for you. You do an ad for the guy from England. The guy from England does an ad for. Oh, nobody knows anything about what we do we? Damn.
Nothing.
I don't think it would work. Would it?
Yeah,
Well, you can just make it up. Okay.
All right.
We've all met
I
each
like
other.
it.
We
I
know
like
each other well
Let's
enough.
describe the
And but the whole point is also to get through it quickly, like we did last week too. So let's
Yeah.
do that.
It's too
One-
late for
one
that,
quick
isn't
comment.
it?
I know, but we used to have the time just talking about how we're going to do it.
That's true. No, but starting now, the roundtable starts now.
Tick 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 tick. Bob Garlic. Tick 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 tick. Finished.
You're supposed to talk about Andrew. You
Okay,
did-
sorry.
Your
Okay.
plan, and then you went and
Oh, so you guys talking about a bunch of other stuff. That's an old plan. I had my tick 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 idea.
Just go.
Okay, tick 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 tick. Andrew, tick tick tick. You know, hey,
Ready,
there
go.
you go.
ready, aim, fire. Okay, forget it. We'll just do a regular roundtable.
We
like
wasted
6
more
and a
time
half.
We got
introducing
stuck with
them.
Bob
love it.
stuttering.
It's show two, for God's sake. This is what it's all about.
Hey,
out
it's,
of
you know what
control
Norman
bunker
said?
kitties.
Norman called in last week and he said, "Hey, Bob." Well, hey, I'll just play what he said.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob, you're hilarious. Keep up the good work. And no matter what Andrew
He must
says,
have
you
been
don't need a
stoned.
nose job. See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank you very
Norman
much.
Norman
Thank
told
you.
me a couple of weeks ago. He said that, hey, you know that Bob guy. Sometimes he sounds like a university professor. He's like knows what he's talking about, and he's sitting there
must
giving
be.
all
What
Is
this,
that guy stoned?
giving us all this great information, and then all of a sudden, like 3 seconds later, he's like,
I'm not like that at all.
That sounds like
Marcel is like that.
I am actually like that.
You just say
Yeah.
words like shitty director, and he's like, "Whoa!" I'm bleh."
all right, round table starts now. Everybody introduces themselves just like normal,
All right.
starting with Bob.
Hello, I'm Bobby Garlic, Garlick. Just Google that shit.
And I'm Andrew McGivern at Podcast here on Twitter. And moving along.
Hi, I'm Paul, an Irishman born in England, living in Canada.
Excellent.
Work that one out.
Yeah.
With an Aussie
Suck that
accent.
one, Queen.
From Australia. I'm Marcel Lapointe on Twitter at Crazy TV Talk. I'm the cool kid here, etc. Goodbye.
God, if you're the cool kid, I'm leaving right now.
Je suis un grand-père Louis dans mon pantalon. J'ouvre la porte. Je cato dans ma derrière. Vite là.
He's got an awesome
He's got,
Edmonton
his pants
accent.
are stuck in the window or something, I think he said.
That's that Edmonton accent.
Okay, BC_insurance gal. And I have one thing to say.
Oh, that's so funny.
Is
I'm
that Rob
laughing
Brydon?
Really hard because it's hilarious.
Oi, somebody ordered a martini. What
Who
the hell's
ordered the
going on
martini?
here?
Who could that be for?
Oh,
Bonnie.
that's so gay.
That's so Marcel.
Drinks martinis.
Bonnie.
Is
Yeah.
the opposite of gay.
That's
Bonnie.
beyond
Oh,
gay.
yes, it's
That's
gay.
Marcel.
How did
Hey, it's
James-
Bonnie's turn. Everyone quiet.
Okay, be quiet. I'm Bonnie Sainsbury, and I am not the Bonnie Sainsbury who writes recipes from Massachusetts.
Oh, I like her. She's awesome.
She's the Bonnie
got a
Sainsbury
weird
that does
haircut.
And she's
recipes
got,
in
like,
Vancouver.
Kids or something.
She does social media recipes. She'll cook it up for you.
She does.
Oh, yeah,
If
that Vancouver
This, then
girl.
that recipe.
She'll throw in some salmon if you need it.
And we got the number cruncher here.
Yeah, number
Yeah,
crunch.
Brad
What do you
Lord.
crunch? Numbers.
Numbers? Yeah, I crunch numbers.
So my
Brett,
my question is.
Wait, there's no
crunching,
questions.
Juggling.
there's no questions. Shh.
Oh, wait.
Round table.
We're at the end of the round table. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's time for
Damn
questions
it.
Come on.
now.
We're not even on a round table, but Randall Orser at Number Crunchers.
All right, cool.
Oh, hang on. The bartender just came in here, and she's got to have her do her 10-second piece,
C'est ça bien.
because last time she did a 50-minute piece.
Maintenant, vite
Yeah, we're
là.
doing a really super fast one, so introduce yourself. You got 10 seconds.
Hey there, I'm Jessie Rockley. Come on down and see these guys at the Den at the Barclay, 1348 Robson. We're rocking the Bunker Project.
Oh,
Wow.
so,
Yeah.
C'est bon. C'est formidable, hein?
And that is how it is done, ladies
She's
and
not
gentlemen.
shy.
That's how she's
That
made-
was impressive.
I know, she's awesome.
Very.
She's going to be starting Crazy TV Talk, my new Crazy TV Talk hostess.
That like turned me half straight. Like I'm like, whoa, look at that shit.
Yeah, as he fondles his martini.
Yeah.
Among other things.
He's squeezing his lime right now.
Oy, yeah.
How did James Bond ever
Also,
make that
this is
a
actually
cool
a
drink?
I think he
good
got some
martini.
on me.
Craig, we have one last person. He's in Australia. He's a little behind.
Oh,
the
yeah,
time.
Craig.
Craig, what's going on, man?
Yes. Oh, not a great deal. Craig Griffiths at Ask Fine By. I was off doing a little bit of a presentation this morning, but that's why I'm late.
Well, it's great. It's a hell of a tan. What's going on? You got like a
Oh.
tanning booth or something?
Are you
Bad
in
lighting.
Australia or something like that?
Bad light. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, the sun's
That
backwards
is
there, man.
melting off
Holy
sailors.
crap.
Cool. So at Ask Find By on Twitter.
That's awesome lighting. Look at the lighting on that guy. That's really good lighting.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
his halo.
Nah, it's just he's bold. It's different.
Okay, so
Oh, that's why.
so last week we finished off the show talking about 10 Twitter blunders businesses shouldn't do.
Yes, and so if
So we're
you've
gonna-
forgotten to do it this week, that's your problem.
Yeah, so now we're going to start the show with another Twitter story about how Twitter has changed their policies and is kind of, they used to be open and now they're kind of
Douchey.
restricting access to their APIs and things
They've been
like
doing that a long time, dude. They've
Well,
done it
no.
again.
They're
No,
doing
no.
it more, I think, now, aren't they?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so, So there's basically they've said that, okay, once you hit your limit,
Yeah,
then
100,000
you
people.
can talk to us, right? And then so there was a company that actually hit their limit and then talked to them, and Twitter said, "Too bad," and basically they're done. And but there's
How nice.
there's a
But they said it in a bird-like tone, so he didn't feel so
yeah, it's true. It's like the woodpecker.
Yeah, like a vulture.
So People Browser is actually suing Twitter for access to the fire hose.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What do you guys think about Twitter doing this kind of stuff?
It's their company.
Well,
Yep,
sometimes
I
it
agree.
keeps out some of the crap. As long
I
as you're
think, yeah.
reasonable about
I
it.
agree that it's their company and they can do whatever they want, but at the same time, they relied on these
Yes.
third-party developers to get them to where they are now. So it's these are the people that helped them build their company and get the reach that they've got, and then all of a sudden they say, "Too bad, see ya."
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't paying attention, which is normal. But what exactly did they do to this company and why? Why'd they get rid of them? I'm confused.
What was People
I'm
Browser?
So sorry.
What did they do?
James.
People Browser basically gives analytics. They have access to the Twitter fire hose.
Oh.
So then they can analyze the data and give companies analytics on Twitter. But they've lost. Twitter is no longer
letting them have access,
or anybody really, and so they're suing for damages. And Twitter's response is, this is a ridiculous case because our contract is month to month, cancelable within 30 days notice for either party. So it doesn't look like they have much of a case, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, it is a situation where they've got to a certain point, and do they need these developers anymore? No, they probably don't. And they want them. They want to go public probably next year, or if not early.
I think it's early next year.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
and
but Andrew.
Yep.
I was going to say if they've relied on the developers to get to this point, if the market ever turns and they need to pivot or shift what they're doing, once you've burnt this sort of relationship, and you've known a bit like Microsoft was in the 90s, where if you develop something good, Microsoft just squashed you. If Twitter gets known for being unreliable as a partner, and next time they want to try to change or shift or do some innovation, they're going to rely on third-party people, no one's going to be at that party anymore.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
So, they've got a valuable platform right now, and they want to monetize it, and they want to go public, and they see these developers as, I guess, more of a liability than an asset.
If they want to monetize it, I'll spend $10 a month and have 200 characters per tweet. There they go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Premium. You'd spend $200 a month for that?
Oh, not 200.
No.
I thought he
So
said.
if I had I'd give them $10 a month if I could have a few extra characters in each tweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or you could just go to app.net and then.
What's that?
App.net, exactly.
Yeah, there you go, app.net, and you can spend less than that and get, I think it's 240 characters. Is it 240 or 200? Anyways, it's like something.
Wasn't that place was it $50?
Yeah, so it's even less than $10 a month.
Well, if you buy a year's worth, you should get a discount, just like everybody else. But still, it's a moot point. RIP Colts. What?
Huh?
Sales cold calling is dead.
Oh, sales cold calling is dead?
Yeah, I was just looking down past thinking about a Bleer, and it's like sales cold, and it's RIP with it like this. Oh, it's just morbid, my God.
Sales
like
cold calling is dead? Oh, my God.
It works.
Yeah, it died with
still works, for
podcasting.
God's sake. It takes 60 or 80,000 people to get one response, but still, you want to pay $40,000.
Is that a success rate? Yeah, you need to talk to 100 people.
Actually, that's...
Call 100 people to get 4 appointments, and that's considered success?
I think in combination with social media, it's very effective.
Cold calling.
Well, no, it wouldn't be cold calling. It would be just using the phone as a secondary communication device. You do social media, blah, blah, blah. You get some semi-warm leaves, and boom, you get
That's not cold calling.
Hey, let's face it, in 5
warm
years,
call.
even phone sex will disappear.
Well, that's not cold calling either. That's warm and
It'll
fuzzy.
just be
thing.
those special Google Plus Hangouts.
That's what we'll go to instead.
Yeah, cute kitten channel.
A few
cat videos. You can never have enough of those.
About 3 or 4 episodes ago, when Ian Nethercott was here, and he was answering all these
what's Ian's favorite
LinkedIn
client?
questions. Ask Clowns. And
Ask Clowns.
yeah.
Boom, just
so,
like that. Ask Clowns.
That's my favorite.
So he
client,
was answering all these LinkedIn questions.
Means something
So then the
different.
next day, I decided, I'll go on and check this out. And somebody was talking about inbound marketing, and said and started talking about at what point do you call the customer and blah blah blah. And then this guy posted saying it's inbound marketing. Why would you call the customer? You never call the customer. And I'm like, well, unless your business is like an affiliate marketing business where it's just you click and you get paid and that's it, you've got to call the customer.
Sooner or later.
Inbound marketing doesn't replace actual person-to-person contact. You have to call the customer. Somebody's got to close the deal.
Marcel
Well,
does
inbound
that.
marketing-
Marcel tweets all day, and he says, hey, blah, 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 I got this amazing idea, blah, 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 this and technology, that, and TV, and people say, wow, what's your number? I want to order this great technology. He says, okay, here you go. Call me in 20 minutes.
That actually happens? ? People come on our podcast sometimes through Twitter. That's cool. Well, we got
Absolutely.
one today. Someone a writer I really like is like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast. Email me, and I was like, sweet, good day.
Ta-da! That guy, he's quick.
Buy Twitter.
I know. Then I get the emails, and it's 57 emails back and forth to set up the technical shit.
Yeah.
The team's like, yeah, thank you, dude. And like, meh.
2 seconds to sign up, 3 hours to figure it out.
No, Bob already knows it.
It's just the equipment purchase on the other side. Oh, it's great. Just buy this $175 headset, and you'll be ready for the show. Yeah.
Don't pick on me for that shit because you bought it used for way less than that, and I don't like it when you pick on me. And I'm giving you money for that stuff, and I do anything that involves spelling. So
He's
give me a
abusive.
fucking
That's
break.
true. It's
Okay, and
editorial
in a case of
change.
Bob, that's invaluable.
Yes.
Yeah, oh,
Bob
absolutely.
definitely
Yeah,
needs
so
Bob
yeah,
has
so
his
give-
own
Just- I'm sure
human
I-
spell checker.
I don't even consider.
I had a good giggle the other day when I read that you'd interviewed Stephanie Covey.
Also, why am I getting
I know,
angry at you, Bob?
hilarious,
Bob,
huh?
you're my favorite. Sorry, I'm getting angry. I don't mean to. You're the best. Heart.
I didn't bother pointing it out, but I had a good giggle.
Hey,
Yeah.
I did this I used to do magazines about myself because I hated writing, so it's much easier just to produce a magazine and distribute it to 100 people. This
When
is
you
before
can't
the
write?
internet. And I just mail out these magazines, and I would get calls back from people saying, I can't believe your spelling. It's outrageous because this is like very serious dictionaries on the internet. So, wow. No Google. Didn't exist.
No spell check.
You gotta love the
Had
grammar
spell
Nazis.
Oh
Yes.
my God. I'd have editors cry on my content. In fact, I worked for a magazine once, and I was not allowed to put any text into the computer. Nothing. 3 letters, 1 letter. No, Bob. The editor-in-chief said, no.
You put
We
A.
have people, if you want anything put into the computer, Bob, you tell them what you want, and they will put it in for you. Because they would spend more time looking for mistakes because they were so weird and subtle that they would miss them. And then people would call into the magazine and say, well, what's with this weird meaning here? It's like, Bob, it's... So it's great.
It reminds me
What
of
is
Mine
blood
was awesome.
No, it's,
mean?
the thing is, Bob has really good instincts about stuff. He just can't spell. It's like his Achilles heel.
I know, it's
He'll
awesome.
load up the Twitter with a few things because, we kind of go back and forth a little bit. And, like, most of the stuff he tweets is pretty good. We'll get a lot of clicks. People will like it. And it'll get me onto things I wouldn't otherwise. But then I have to correct all the spelling. And it's adorable.
It reminds me of
He keeps
Dumb
adding
and
an
Dumber.
extra O in his name.
You know the movie Dumb and Dumber?
Ooh, garlic?
When it was he was
his
trying
porn
to
name.
he was trying to read a word, and he's like and then the other guy grabs it and says the. That was a funny move.
So, Bob,
Bob,
this is a
Yeah.
geek tip.
Atta girl.
In Chrome,
Yeah.
in Chrome, the
Yeah.
browser,
Yes.
you can put a spell check extension.
I know.
And you know what happens? It puts little blue wavy lines under
Just like
words
the red
that
wavy lines.
you've createdly spelled.
Yeah, but then Bob
I
just says
spell
The problem
check
is Bob
everything.
just has
Special
one big
effects.
long wavy line throughout the whole paragraph.
I know. I know. The is okay, and then the rest is fucked up, and there's a but, an and an it. Other than that, it's all got to get spell checked.
Okay, Bob, there's also a free Google extension where you can basically dictate by voice.
I know.
Dragon
But-
dictation works pretty good.
But the problem with me is, what's the difference between through, and through?
Through and through.
Yes. He went through the
That's
door.
the least of your worries,
Yeah.
Bob.
The voice dictation
No,
doesn't
stuff like
necessarily
You just slur
work.
your words, Bob.
My
There.
boyfriend does everything through Siri, and we have entire
No,
text
I'm
conversations.
talking
and then
actually
after the
on-
No,
third
but
text,
these
they'll be
voice to
like,
text
"Fuck Siri."
translators
They're
know
pretty good.
they can tell context, so they would put the right word
I
in.
discovered a really cool thing because it's like I looked up the Google extension because my tendonitis is bugging me and I had to do blog posts and I couldn't type anything. I've been mousing with my other hand because I just need to heal for a few weeks. And then I discovered that Windows in their ease of availability or usability, whatever, has built-in voice commands. It's actually pretty cool. You can basically bring up Notepad and you can, you start your sentence and you go comma, blah, 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 period, new line, blah, 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 new paragraph. Oh, hang on, select, from there to there, delete, blah, 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 and you can do a ton of stuff.
Bada, bada,
Open
bing.
windows, close windows, open programs. You can even do spreadsheet stuff all with your voice. And if you forget what your commands are, all you do is say, "What can I say?"
But Margaret,
And
that's
it brings
because you've
up-
got an Android phone.
No. This is my
this is
my
her
laptop.
computer.
That's my laptop.
Oh my God.
But it's not
Yeah,
a
I know.
laptop.
There's
It's
lots
a
of
PC.
look at there's tons of
He
dictation
doesn't have
stuff. and
Windows on
there's
that thing
tons
that's
of-
got a piece of
It's
fruit on
it's
it.
a smoking system though. But it's like
It's
tell you
some
that really
awesome
saved my
stuff out
arm. There was a few words. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect because maybe my pronunciation isn't perfect.
Yeah.
basically I could copy and paste, maybe make a few changes, and I was done.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
And if you practice that and get really good at it and have like a nice head-mounted mic, you can dictate 99.999% of all your communications.
Yeah.
And there's lawyers and doctors and people that do that. And there's tons of, in fact, there's a book on how to do it and all the programs you need, how to set them up. And you just walk into your office and
Well,
blah,
basically,
blah, blah, done.
I mean, for basic documents and everything, it's built right into Windows. You don't even need anything else. But there is a Google extension, but it doesn't do the period, comma, blah, blah, blah.
That whole thing in the doctor's office, that's annoying. Valerie and Mateo's doctor does that. And
you should give Mateo the recorder.
and so we explain things, then she repeats it, and then she pulls out this thing, and then she says it
a certain time. Yep.
again
Yep.
into the thing, and then says period, and then patient says this,
comma,
period.
hashtag
And then,
asshole.
and then Andrew's like, I'm not having a period. What are you talking about?
I recommend this.
Well,
period.
it is amazing
I'm like,
to me.
it's just funny. Like, what's wrong with typing it in? Like,
well, because for that person it works. I mean,
Well, we know
whatever's
doctors
efficient.
can't print or write. They probably can't type either.
That's true. You're
It's-
probably right.
It's amazing to me how many
She
people
was just
in
showing
this
off.
world, even in important jobs, even people who have gone through schools, there's so many people in this world that are completely subliterate. At least with Bob, I honestly he's a very smart man. I don't think he has any control over it. I
Back
don't
to
blame
Bob.
him. But there's so many people that are subliterate. I don't get it. Half of the time when I buy books, I'll read 3 chapters and throw it out the window because there's grammatical errors. Not
Well,
that
you
not that I can
but
write a
you
book.
love being a bitch. Come on, that's why you're such a great critic. It's like, this is it got an 8.5 in the database, but it's still crap because of these reasons. And you listen. And
Holy
he's
smokes,
right.
you're as
He's
picky
right.
about everything as you are
That's
about TV
But
shows
he
and
knows
movies.
what he's talking about. That's the scary part.
You're subliterate. I'm a bitch. We're the best people in the world. Period.
Hey,
Period.
quit hijacking
Hey, that could be
my
the name
other
of the podcast.
I don't know how.
That could be the name of the
Bitch and the
podcast.
subliterate.
The subliterate and the bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That
That
I
sounds like a
like
legal
that.
term.
Classy. It's like Lady in the
Bitch and
Tramp.
the subliterate.
No, and then we got in brackets, get drunk. Because then it'd be very easy to produce that show. Blah, 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 blah.
Bob's
We
like, I'm not
already do
stoned. I'm
that,
fucking
don't
we?
illiterate.
Last week, again, we talked about mobile apps.
Last week? When was that?
It
Last
was
That
week.
was last
7 days.
Wednesday.
minutes ago. Totally out of
We
control.
talked about mobile apps, and
Yes.
and that the consensus was that everyone should have a mobilely optimized site, or at least a responsive
It was
design
like,
site.
12 pages in out of the 43 pages
Yeah.
we had?
And this guy says
that far?
that the drive to mobile first is making people lose perspective on what really matters,
What really matters?
which
Nothing.
is
Windows.
solutions first. And he's
What?
saying that with all
Solutions
the,
first?
for
What the
every
fuck
for
does that
every for every success story that there is for a mobile site, mobile sites are getting some press right now for
Well, they get
this
press for us
mobilized,
last week.
Mobilized site generated X amount of revenue and blah blah blah. But he said for every success story, there's mobile sites that are doing absolutely nothing, and
Yeah, but their website's probably doing nothing too.
Yeah, exactly. There's web stuff all over the place that does nothing. That makes no point whatsoever.
no, but what he's saying is that people that there's a whole market now of people showing up at businesses and saying you got to convert to a mobile site, and here this is how much we're going to charge. We're going to convert your site over to mobile without actually thinking, okay, what do I need to put on? What content do I need to put on there? What solution am I going to be solving by people coming to the site? So he's saying that is the key, is to actually focus on solutions first, and then decide whether you want a mobile site.
My son Jacob spent Christmas 2 years ago in the Philippines, and he's up in a little village visiting his girlfriend's grandfather. They only had hot water for 4 hours a day, and they didn't have electricity, but they had 3G reception. Everyone has... Well, it's cheaper to put a tower in than it is to run wire.
No, that's
Just
true.
like
That's
Africa.
true. Africa's
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
Well, all the
so-
developing countries are mobile before.
And yet
landline
here, it
infrastructure.
takes them 20 years to get anything done.
Yeah. So, but I mean, a mobilized, optimized web is going to be the way of the future. I mean, okay, you've got to say, where is a person going to be looking at their phone when they're out and about? So they're going to want probably geographic information first, like where is your shop, when's it open, things
Yeah.
like that. How do I get
Yeah.
there? But otherwise, it's still, if your website sucked, it's going to suck when it's mobile.
Exactly. So when you're actually making a change to your website, what this guy's saying, anyways, is that you should really look at what you're doing, and that's what Kurt says. He says, sure, it's easy to make websites, but when you really sit down with the business, and when he sits down with the business and discusses it, he wants to get down to like, okay, how is this website going to help your business? Not just let's just throw a bunch of information on there and hope for the best.
Yeah,
So,
the day the brochure site is dead.
Yeah. But yeah. So Groupon.
Groupon.
Is it dead yet?
Is it still
It's
around?
dying.
So we've talked about these.
Has
Way
anybody
too
made
slow.
a poop on joke? Because it's like totally yesterday's news. Anybody?
What, Groupon?
Anybody? Yes. Poop on.
Poop on.
Get it?
Poop on.
It involves poop. Do you get it?
So I mean,
It's a good joke.
people are saying
Groupon sounds like some
Groupon.
kind of
Are they going to call it?
Sex thing.
Are they going to call it Grey Groupon?
Groupon
Could you
is
pass the great Groupon,
That's a
please?
better joke.
people are saying, okay, did international expansion kill Groupon? Living Social,
What killed Groupon?
things are going from bad to worse with Living Social. They've been laying people off like crazy.
What killed Groupon is not paying the goddamn vendors for 3 friggin' months, and then they ran and running out of cash all the time. That's what killed Groupon.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad business
Well, I mean,
model.
that's one thing. But what I think killed Groupon is that I think it was a fad.
Yes.
That too.
Yes.
Well, I think
Yeah,
you
people
used to
going
have.
in
It was a
groups to
fad,
things for cheap and having fun. Total fad.
Well,
No,
you used to have decent
No,
offers,
no.
and it's got to the point now where people don't make decent offers. What they do is they put an offer out there that is it's not a deal, not in the same way that it used to
Yeah.
be.
And,
It's like a lot of sales in stores now. They double the price and then put it for 50% off.
Oh, you said that. I didn't.
Yeah, but the thing is though with Groupon, that's what I said when we were looking at it at a company that I was with previous to the one I'm with currently. We were actually looking at it, and I said the only way we can do this is if we restrict the.
I just lost my headphone.
The thing
if
is,
we restrict the amount of like we pick the product that it's available and it's the highest margin product, and okay, you can get 50% off this, and then Groupon takes 50% of that. We could still afford to do that, but we couldn't do that on anything else. So we never ended up doing one, but that's the only way that it works. And just like Paul just said, that devalues the whole deal.
well,
Yeah.
the other thing is if there's a place that's forever offering a Groupon, every time you go in and you try and you buy it at the regular price, you're going to try and say, well, hang on, you do Groupon, give me half the money. It's
That's right.
And so
Or you just won't go there until you
Well,
you'll wait
you-
for the next
yeah,
Groupon.
Yeah, you wait for the next
Exactly,
Groupon. I mean,
Yeah.
the problem with Groupon is it doesn't produce loyalty. You get the shoppers. You get the people that only give a shit about price, and they want it at the cheapest possible price they can get it at.
Yeah.
And there's no loyalty. So it's
Yeah.
like the moment you stop doing Groupon, those guys are gone.
yeah, but
Yeah.
As a consumer, why should we give the vendors any loyalty these days when they give us none?
Yeah,
how many times you go to a restaurant that you go to regularly and they say to you, "Hey, you're a great customer. Here's a free beer." Don't laugh. I mean, that happens all the time in Europe. You wouldn't
Yeah.
believe how many
Yeah.
times
And
you
in
go for
Australia
a
too.
meal in France, and someone will say, they don't ask for a tip. And at the end of the meal, they'll, as often as not, you'll be given a gratuity, whether or not it's a free dessert, a free drink, you name it. The level of custom it's in a different league. Whereas over here, you go out, you get your meal, and at the end of it, no matter how poor it was, they want the 15% tip because they come
Yeah.
over and
Yeah.
smiled at you when they've brought the bill.
Yeah, well, I mean, tipping, it's become like almost like a de facto automatic thing when it shouldn't be. It's
Well, there's
supposed to
many
be for
places-
good service, right? You're
There's
supposed
many
to only
places
tip for
that
good
just
service.
add it on automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
Especially
only for
groups.
bigger groups.
No,
yeah.
no, there's restaurants now that actually add it on no matter
Yeah,
whether
but
there's one
those
person
are
or 20
Fancy
people.
restaurants.
Yeah, but
that
those
we
are
can't
the
afford.
fancy
Yeah,
ones.
those are the ones that
We're
the
the middle
service
class.
is going to be a given anyways, right?
Yeah, hey, 10
Well,
years ago,
let's hope.
my family and I weren't allowed out of a restaurant in Montreal, a Chinese restaurant, because we only gave a 10% tip. They wanted 15. They wouldn't let us out until we'd given the 15%.
This is
And
your exit.
we weren't that badly behaved.
In Australia, we pay food service people quite high, so your tips
Yeah.
are really small. They're not needed to
That's
make.
Yeah, yeah. They're not relying on their tips to pay their
it's
rent,
actually quite
whereas
good.
here it's the other way around.
hospitality industry down here is quite good.
Yeah, here it
sucks.
it's minimum wage, and you make up the difference in tips. And actually,
But
in a nice place, you make good money with tips.
Well, the whole thing with the tip thing is to encourage them to give you good service. I mean, it's like
No, it's to encourage them to wear a shorter skirt.
Well, no, I mean, it should be to encourage good service. I don't like
Yeah.
the sense of entitlement. Like, people think they should just get a tip no matter how shitty they are. People think it's a part of the job. I don't get a tip. If I work really late, I get commission. Never mind. But point is, like...
but that's
you're just-
performance-based.
Yes, but when I go to a restaurant and somebody like really goes out of their way to make my day, and I eat tons of good food, and they're super awesome and they're super fast and it's a great time, I will tip generously because it's been a good night. And how many awesome nights do you get to have in life? But with that said,
Every
somebody
night.
in my life who I will not name, who may or may not be my sister, always rounds up to the nearest 5 or 0, no matter what the number is, even if it's a big number. And I think that's kind of hilarious. And I'm a bitch. Period.
But that's why we love you.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
But you
Now,
won't- you
y'all
won't,
are
Marcelo,
going to
would
tip me tonight, right?
Y'all?
Yeah, right.
No.
Where the fuck are you from?
Y'all.
Okay, what about when you go to a bar and you get a beer at the bar, and you know the guy at the bar, whatever, hands you the beer, and the bill is maybe $8.
Yeah.
Do you give them the 10, or do you don't?
Well, here's the X factor, though. Is he hot?
Well, you know,
Good
depends.
call.
For Marcel, if he's hot, he gets the tip.
Yeah.
it depends on.
How
But which tip?
Pretend it's a girl, Marcel.
Oh, hang on a second.
How many
Hang on a
tattoos
second,
and where are
everybody.
they?
Shh,
What?
everybody, be
We gotta
quiet.
call in.
Uh-oh. What?
Hello.
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 Yeah.
Nope.
What are we doing?
It's your mum.
Andrew's trying something.
Can
Andrew
anybody
called
hear?
his
Can
mom.
anybody hear Bosco?
No, I cannot
I
hear
can't
Hi,
him.
Bosco!
Hi, Bosco.
Hello.
Bosco.
You did hear him?
He's got a smartphone. Just come into the hangout.
Get
It's
in the
done.
hangout, damn it.
Hang
Bosco,
on a
baby.
second, I'll get him.
Doesn't
Anyways,
Bosco
so
actually
while
recognize
that's happening, we're doing some technical magic here at the Bunker Show. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm trying to get Bosco on, but
Who cares about Boss?
Jay's supposed to be sick. He's got this like
Bob's-
little tiny.
or-
You know what?
glass.
He's calling in from his Windows phone or iPhone.
So
He'd
one
only
of those-
got a
Probably a-
BlackBerry.
probably a
Weird.
BlackBerry.
If he had a BlackBerry.
If you had a
for
BlackBerry,
I've got a
have no
BlackBerry.
problems.
Margaret's
Yeah,
got
right.
a BlackBerry.
That's right.
Should we do a burping competition?
Actually, I do. It's in a drawer in my home at home.
Yeah, mine too.
Let's do
It's a
Bob.
paperweight.
Yeah.
It's actually of use now. It's a
Okay.
paperweight.
Yes.
Ladies
Bosco, I
and
can hear
gentlemen,
you and I love you.
Oh, big B,
Oh.
big
And my
B.
gay babies.
Oh.
You know he's got a birthday coming up. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
It'll be a hell of a party.
Woo!
He's going to be
45.
30.
Oh,
45.
jeez,
Oh
Bosco's
my
calling me.
God, I got shoes that are older than that. So what are we going to talk about?
I tell you, it's a technical circus.
So what are we
right
going to
now.
talk about? Social media?
What did you say?
Oh no!
Social
Somebody
media.
So anyways,
introduced
to close
James
out-
to the new
Somebody's playing
game.
with their tones.
To close out
Tunality.
And thank you for
to
calling.
close out the Google. To close
Why
out
does
the
everybody think
Groupon
this is
Living
funny?
Social Daily Deal
Groupon
thing.
We were
sucks.
talking about Groupon. Oh my God!
Yeah,
How did
we
aren't done.
More like
We're done.
Groupon.
Groupon's done.
We-
So are we.
derailed?
We've talked about it longer than it's been in existence.
Uh oh.
That was
Well, we
Marcel's
started
joke.
talking about it.
I
you
know.
right away. Yeah.
And I've hated it all along.
Did you-
Groupon's
do you
been
use
what,
deals?
around for what,
Do you
2
use
years?
Daily deals?
No, I've never done a deal. Never ever. The last
Have you
time
ever
I did a
bought
deal
one?
was the
Okay.
entertainment book
Bosco's calling on my phone.
Oh my
in
God.
1845.
The
Well,
entertainment
you know, I bought a few of them, and sometimes they're good
Groupons?
experiences, but most times they're not. If it's a restaurant, it's fine. But Valerie got me this kiteboarding lesson in
Squamish.
Squamish. And
Represent
then,
Squamish.
so we were going there. We rented a car,
Squamish.
and we were going to go there and then go to Whistler. And on our way there, we got a call or a message. They emailed and said that it's canceled because they didn't get enough people, and my coupon, they didn't make enough money to do a one-on-one lesson from. So I'm like, okay, so I'm a, you know,
Why
so I'm
did
a
they
second,
do the Groupon
so
in the
I'm
first
a
place?
second-class citizen because I did a Groupon. And then another time, I had this a
you get your
restaurant
money
that I
back?
walked by every time. No,
It just disappears.
no, they.
I got
they,
2 words for Groupon.
It wasn't.
Bite me.
This one wasn't Groupon. It was. It was.
It doesn't make any difference. I mean,
No, Groupon. You can get your money back.
Yeah.
Oh,
This other one, they go through this process and they wouldn't refund the money. Yeah.
Oh.
So
You know what I say to that?
They
Okay,
suck.
so now how do I feel about this business?
Like this.
It's
I'm not
crap.
happy about this business. But even in cases like, say, the restaurant, I get one
Is
from a
James
restaurant,
muted?
and I
Am I
don't,
muted?
and then it
can
expires.
hear you.
Yeah.
Never
I can
mind.
still use the face value, but now I feel like I've lost
You have
something.
to be careful with that though here, because in BC, if you buy a gift certificate, gift card, it doesn't expire.
That's right, but Groupons expire. They can't, with BC law, as far as I understand, they can't actually say, okay, now you're just gone.
Yeah.
But this other company does that. But Groupon at least gives you the face value. So if I buy a $50 voucher for the keg or whatever, I don't think the keg would do one.
No.
And then it expires, and it costs me $25 for the $50. I can still go in there with the expired Groupon and get at least a $25 value out of it. But when I let it expire, now every time I walk by that restaurant, I feel negative feelings towards the restaurant.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, not Groupon.
And not Groupon, and so it's bad for your brand, I think, to do this. And then I got another Groupon or Daily Deal or whatever it was called for a dry cleaner, and I show up there with the thing, and the guy's all ticked off and starts telling me how it's putting him out of business and all this and blah blah.
Welcome to
The more
the real
do
world.
it. If you're going to do Groupon, you have to be careful. You really got to. I'm going to say this: crunch the numbers when you're doing a Groupon. Figure out.
So hire Randall for $700.
Yeah.
Here's the best part. You can take that whole spiel and take out the word Groupon and put in the word like heroin or cocaine, and it's the same. It's the same advice.
It's a crack.
Yeah,
ad.
exactly. You'll make about as much money.
I had a client that did a Groupon, a photographer, and he sold 500 or 600 of the damn things for a family shoot.
Ouch.
But you know what? You know how many people redeemed it? About 20%.
Sure, exactly. But still, he had to give
Well,
away
then that's worth it
a
then.
lot.
Technology still
He
works
gave
with
away
the
a
same-
So then
lot.
he's still getting like 25% of the value out of it, right?
Yeah.
Groupon
And,
makes the money.
and he
What
only
did you
has to
say,
redeem
Marcel?
20% of them, so that's not
It's a
bad.
huge
this
scam.
whole thing, you could just sub out the word Groupon for heroin. Even that whole last part of the spiel. Do it, people listening. It'll make the show actually fun.
I've used Groupon, and I quite like
I'm
the
sorry.
idea.
Are you saying the show's not fun?
Only when
So who-
Marcel's not
you
here.
said that?
Yeah, I like the idea of Groupon.
Yeah.
The trouble with it is that the people giving the offers,
Don't know what to do.
they're making these offers that they really don't want to make. You know, just
Yeah.
to get people
Right.
in.
No.
And that's the problem.
They're making
They
the
don't
offer, but then they don't
understand.
realize what's actually going to happen because
the implications.
the implication
Or how
is-
popular it
so
might be.
so basically, what you're doing, if you're a business owner, you're giving 50% discount, right?
Yeah.
But-
And then only get 50% of that.
And then
That's
Groupon
75%.
takes 50% of the coupon value.
Yep.
So you're only getting
Groupon takes 50%.
50%.
50%.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you're
it's
only getting
75%.
25%. So and then you're thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna do this as a loss leader to get some people in. Then we're gonna convert them and blah blah blah. And then what happens is, holy crap, we sold 6,000 of these things.
Yeah.
And then all these people are coming in, and now you can't service them properly. And then your full paying customers are coming in and walking away because you're losing money and all these other people. Everyone's getting bad service.
Plus, your full-paying customers aren't stupid, and if they're seeing an offer for something they use on Groupon, they're going to go to Groupon.
No, they're not.
No.
And actually, the full paying customers,
walk away.
The full
Walk
paying
away.
customers
Well,
are
I do.
willing to pay.
I've done that. If there's a restaurant that I like, I will buy a Groupon for it and use the Groupon voucher, to get a 50% reduction.
Yeah. Of course you will. But if you're a regular at a place, and you get really good service, you don't care about the Groupon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's many of those places.
No,
in
no,
BC.
no.
It's,
It really depends on it's
No.
really not the place. It's actually the individuals in the place.
I've got to say though, I only use it for restaurants, almost solely for restaurants.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Would you go
I-
back to those restaurants after using Groupon?
No,
Like-
Let's
Depending
see what
on
Bonnie has to
the
say.
service and the quality of the food. Yeah,
So
sure.
basically, what it
I
means
would,
Wait,
but
Bonnie's
I
chomping
think
at the
that
bit
the
here. Let's let
majority
Bonnie talk.
of the people that are buying these coupons are coupon chasers.
yes,
Definitely.
Exactly.
And if you want to track those people, you're going to get them once, and they're going to go to the next deal.
Yep.
Well,
I
there's
think
a-
for somebody that's
Unless
starting
what
up,
you offer is so frigging amazing, when they go, it's like, holy
No,
crap, that
I
was
disagree.
outrageous.
So are we not kind of like beating a dead horse? What's the next topic?
let's beat a dead horse.
no, I just want
We've
to. I
bit
want to
this horse dead
talk about
before, and it
Dead
was,
horse?
was a good
the
beating.
experience of
no
someone
animals
who
have been harmed in the.
the experience
I
of
don't
somebody
know.
who was loyal to a restaurant. So it was.
Well, you're talking about the negative effect of Groupon.
No, yeah. Okay. So
Anti-branding, it's called.
we were loyal to this restaurant. It was a steakhouse in White Rock.
Bonnie, you eat red meat? How'd you get into this
I
show?
eat everything. Look, take a look at me.
What's wrong with red meat?
So we went to
Marcel
this
likes
place,
red meat, doesn't he?
and we got good service. I mean, it was a good restaurant. I wouldn't say it was top 10, but it was a good restaurant. And one of the times we went with a reservation, thank you very much. All of a sudden, the damn place is packed. So
Them damn couponies.
So just a minute. Our reservation. I think that means you get seated at 8 o'clock or thereabouts. And apparently they lost the reservation. God knows what. We were tired and hungry and whatever. And they kept saying, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. And we thought, oh, shit. Well, we can either go to the White Spot or we can sit here. And we're already sitting here for 2 hours or whatever. You get there, and the food is crap. So, first of all, they
It
don't
can't be much of a
have-
restaurant then.
But it was good before the Groupon. They just couldn't handle it.
They couldn't handle
We had
the-
That's
been
part of
there
the problem,
2
I think,
or
with a lot of
3
Groupons.
times, and in
Yeah.
the end, we said we're not paying for this.
Right, yeah.
And we made such a fuss that we ended up getting the food free, and we've never gone back. So they lost clients who are sneezers who talked about what a great place it was.
A Seth Godin term. I like. I love that.
Sneezers.
Bonnie.
Ah, no shit.
With the Groupon stuff, though.
Hey, now what would
Hey, wait,
Craig? Let us know about Groupon in Australia. What's going on with those guys?
Can we talk about something awesome? This is
No,
like
no, no,
the
wait, it's
strangest
Craig's turn.
bunker
Okay.
project
Let Craig
ever.
talk. Come on.
Craig, go for
I
it.
hate you, Craig.
Thank you. Love you too much. It's never really been really huge. It's never been a big thing. Like couponing has never been big in this country. But the one thing I think of is if I send flowers to my wife, just forget about coupons. If I send flowers to my wife, she remembers me and she remembers the flowers. She doesn't remember the florist. People are buying things through Groupon. They remember Groupon. They're not remembering where they're getting the stuff from.
Yep.
Good point.
Yeah, I agree.
All
with
the
that.
love goes to Groupon. There's
about a
no,
kangaroo?
Yeah,
So if you
There's
bought
no-
flowers for your wife
want a wallaby.
through Australian Groupon, she'd be like, Groupon got me these awesome
No.
flowers. I'm just
No.
making a joke.
No.
I'm kidding.
No, see, I'm off the hook there. I never buy my wife flowers because we
I know. I have the
Lower,
same
lower
problem.
the expectations so
I-
then that way she's not disappointed, right?
Yeah,
How
I
is
buy
that-
tofu.
How is that
No,
off
when
the
we,
hook?
when we first started going out, we were watching a movie, and this guy had an affair, and he bought his wife a big bunch of flowers.
Uh-oh.
And she said, "If you ever buy me flowers, I know you've slept with someone. I've never bought her flowers."
Yeah. But you
How
have a
many
hell of a
chocolates,
garden
though?
in the
How many
back, I tell you.
chocolates?
It's going on all the time, and I'm cultivating it.
Oh.
Hey, I got a massive garden
Somebody
All right.
needs to be spanked.
full of
All right.
vegetables.
So
Another social media topic?
Oh, hey, let's turn to page 4.
48.
Has anyone heard of
Why
feeds?
is Bob guiding
Of
this?
what?
I can't read.
feeds.
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 As in
Yeah,
RSS
PH.
feeds?
Yeah, but it's spelled with a PH.
Feeds with a PH.
PH.
Like the
Oh,
cool
no,
kids
never heard of
version
it.
an RSS feed.
Must be
What's that-
Australian.
What's that all about?
That's Aussie.
No, feeds.com. It's a new like a social media thing.
No.
Another one.
Another
People-
one?
Hang on. Did
another
Microsoft
one?
just start one? It's
Well,
not
yeah.
called Feeds.
No, no.
Old.
That-
people-
we did that last
Moscow.
week.
Bosco in the house. Hey, dude, you said you're going to be 22 minutes. He must have just jacked up that Ferrari. Overdrive. Ba-choom.
There's a couple of driving tickets.
Yeah, it's like, Siri RCMP looking for a very fast goddamn car.
Yeah, I'm getting food for thought. Is that what you're
Hey.
talking about?
Hey,
No,
Margaret.
hold on. I'll find it.
Hello, darling.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey there.
So
Randall.
we got Miss.
Hi.
Hello,
Hey, Bosco.
Bosco. Hey, you know, Bosco's
Fucking
got a birthday
Bosco.
coming up. We talked about that earlier in the show.
He's
You
got a
didn't say hi to
big
me,
birthday
Bosco.
coming up.
He's
You couldn't
turning.
say hi to me.
He's gonna
Bosco
be a-
is turning 47. 47.
Bosco's
I
a
know.
big boy now.
I know. It's just like it's all downhill from here, dude. 47.
I thought it was-
Holy
I thought it was
crap. You know,
30.
the hat. That
Is it
hat
30 in human
doesn't
years
count.
or dog years?
If I wish
I'm,
you a
I'm
happy
turning
birthday, will
30,
you say
but
hi
in
to me,
Bob's
Bosco?
eyes, it's still 47.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the hat. 17 years. Those hats put on 17 years, dude. In fact,
Hey, Craig, how are you?
Good, thanks, Bosco. How are you, dude?
Good, man.
Can we sing Happy Birthday without paying royalties?
Do it. I
don't know.
know this trivia. Do what other shows do and sing.
We
He's
need a
Jolly
Groupon.
Good Fellow instead because you
Fellow,
don't have to pay royalties
exactly.
for it. Shows do that on birthdays when they don't
Oh,
want to pay the
oh,
royalties.
oh.
Let's
He's
do
a
it.
jolly good fellow.
No, he's a jolly good Australian.
He's
a jolly good
Australian! How do you bring a
so
six-pack
say all
every
of us.
day? Oh,
No,
sorry,
it-
that
Like
was the
three of
Canadian
us
version.
sang.
It's
That was
Bosco, not the
pathetic.
Jolly Australian.
I take it you guys
Jolly,
in the
he's, a
shower.
jolly, isn't it he's a jolly Tasmanian.
That's jolly Tasmanian.
All right, so
yeah.
so what's going on, Bosco? I heard
Big
you
B.
were on.
Yeah,
I
you're
heard
the
you were
lam,
on Night
running
Talk
from the
again.
police.
Oh, God, I'm going on Night Talk on Friday.
But you were on last Friday too.
What is he giving you?
You're
Heroin or what?
you're the co-host of Night
Groupon,
Talk
not
now.
heroin. Groupon.
No.
Hey, can you get me in that
Please
show,
tell me
dude? Can you get me in that show?
He's giving him something
I might
really
have to
good.
charge you, Bob. I might have to charge you.
Okay,
No.
okay, I got like a six-pack. I
Why
can
would you
slip
stoop to that?
Who does that show?
That's harsh toast. Come on. It's Bosco.
Hey, I spread the love. I spread
He'll
the
do
love.
anything.
It's obvious.
Hey, he did 41. He in Vancouver.
42, 42,
Oh,
going
sorry,
on 43.
sorry. Who's counting? It sounds like Bonnie. 42
true,
presentations this year. That's friggin' amazing. I did
Bosco's
like 12.
a social
That's
media.
nuts.
He's a prolific social media guy. He's on MySpace.
He's
Is he on
High
MySpace?
five. High
High
five.
Five, yeah, he's on
yeah.
High Five.
The
He's
hell
on
is High Five?
Friendster.
it's that orange juice thing.
He's on Friend Feed.
Bosco.
I thought that
Yeah.
was Bob at like
Hey,
5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Everyone, that's
He's
my
on
wife.
Adult Friend
Ashley.
Finder.
Hi.
Hey, Ashley. She
Hi.
has her own mic. That's so cool.
She's having an ice cream.
Oh. I was
That's not
wondering
an
about
ice
her mic
cream.
technique. Had me a little worried there,
It was
dude.
a chocolate
Ashley,
mic.
say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, it sounds like Bob being a high voice.
It sounds like Bob, yeah.
Hey, Bosco,
That's
can
the
I ask
cameo.
you? Oh, sorry.
So
Can
do
I-
you have
Very
to
cool.
have tattoos to go on feed?
Not to eat ice cream, though.
Hey, Bob.
Who's asking-
Not Bob.
who's asking me a
Bosco,
question?
can I ask you a social media question?
Are you
Yes,
an Adult
hit me.
Friend Finder?
Can you call yourself a social media guru if you don't have a Twitter? Well, actually, let me rephrase this. Can you call yourself a social media guru if you have a Twitter account that you haven't tweeted in months and months, and you have like 200 followers and you follow like 100 people or something? Can you call yourself a guru without Twitter?
See, I don't even know what a guru is because I wouldn't claim to be one either. I mean,
look like
I would
one.
Say, I would say that's a Bonnie question. She's the Twitter guru or the maven. So
I think that a guru doesn't call themselves a real guru doesn't ever call themselves a guru. It's
I mean,
it's their community
James
that's
is
calling
going
them
down.
that.
Mike,
If you
I
have to call
understand what's
yourself a
happening right now.
guru, you're probably not.
I'm a
If you're,
guru.
if you're labeling yourself that, then
Absolutely, I'm a guru.
Yeah, I
100%.
mean,
But I'm old.
I think a guru is something you're within yourself. You don't claim it.
Everybody.
yeah, it's got to be other people saying that, not you.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a social media evangelist. I'll take the evangelist. That's for sure.
Is that
Nobody
the
uses
religious
that
angle?
term. That's
Or
adorable.
advocate,
Can I use that term? I'm using that
evangelist.
term.
You can use that term, no problem. It's all yours.
Evangelist.
Sweet. Do I have to pay you royalties?
I think you should be like a social media like
Maven.
pulpit.
Savant.
You know what?
It's Savant. That's Bonnie for sure.
Savant? As an
Bonnie, the
idiot
Twitter
savant?
savant.
Idiot savant.
And the
So
blogging savant.
anything new exciting in the world going on, social media wise? What's going
Oh
on?
my God!
You should have listened to last week's show.
shit,
You'd know.
yeah, man. The Microsoft has
not
got a
this
new
week's.
social media platform.
Hey, did you
And
guys
there
hear
was
that
the-
Raven
Suckle,
Tools
isn't
lost their AdWords account?
What?
Who? What?
Raven Tools, which is the biggest SEO
Oh, yeah.
reporting thing,
okay.
they lost their AdWords account.
Why?
I guess Google screwed them over.
I probably didn't screw him over. Just probably forgot to staple properly. It's like, sorry, the staple is no. That's Apple.
Hey,
When you're applying for an app, that's right.
I might have something social media related that's actually decent.
No.
To
Oh,
talk
get
about.
the hell out of
Wait
the
for it.
room.
No, legit. Okay, legit. We spent like half the show wasted on Groupon.
Legit.
I'm gonna bring up two things that are big right now.
Double legit.
One,
legit.
Mashable has gotten rid of the whole page 1, page 2, page 3. They're now one of the websites where you can just scroll forever. What do y'all think about that? Two.
It is the
It's-
Copy G plus.
It's Bonnie's prediction coming
And-
to true
And
fruition.
also
Thank
it is
you,
very
fans.
fun to navigate. As a Mashable fan, I like their new layout. I don't like that I can just scroll down forever. It confuses me, but I like it.
And you heard it first from Bonnie.
Hey, and I've been talking about scrolling down for meters. I say, well, how many meters do you do on Facebook, and how many meters do you do on G+?
I can
And
do 30
if you're an
meters.
addict,
We
it's
are
like
just frickin' awful.
And
Or
two,
awesome.
the big new social network, Instagram, it's not allowing people to post their pictures on Twitter anymore.
I know, I saw
And
that.
So
I
one,
heard
of, one
that,
of the big
yeah.
Instagram people, I barely know how a computer works. I don't
Oh
have
my
it
God,
straight.
how am I gonna
But
post
one
pictures of my
One of the big
food?
Instagram people was like, you got to use an axe to take down the competition or something like that. It's probably just hearsay. I have no idea. But that's cool shit. Why aren't we talking about this shit? It's right on the edge of what's happening. And
because
I'm so dumb.
we're not that anal, dude. We're not that anal.
I barely know how a computer works, and I'm like, this is what people care about right now.
Such a liar. He's such a liar.
That's the show.
Liar,
Ron.
Why don't we
liar,
talk
pants
about
on
this stuff? I'm
fire.
just saying.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about it now.
Well, we are
You brought
talking
it up.
about it.
We'll talk
Yo,
about
Now
in
that
your
I've
face.
said that,
So
let's talk
Instagram-
more about Groupon.
Yeah,
it.
Groupon.
No. I want to talk about
Oh, hang on. I got one
Instagram.
thing to say about Instagram.
One at a time.
This is
I want to talk about.
This is
I
a,
want-
this is a
Hey,
quick,
Shut up,
come on.
Bob.
this is a quick funny one. So I saw on Twitter somebody said, "Oh, Facebook wants me to link my pictures, from my phone because that'll turn out well." And I said, "Yeah, you got to be careful with that because there was a woman on Instagram." She was in the States and she's a blogger and she had really bad hemorrhoids. And she wanted her husband to have a look and he refused. So she used her camera. She used her iPhone
post it.
and Instagram. And she didn't realize that it posted automatically. And so she took a picture and thought, okay, I'll check in a few days and, see if I need to go to the doctor. So a couple of days later, she logs in Instagram and there's comments and she's like, what the hell? And, they're
Go
like,
see your
and
doctor.
somebody's like, what the hell is that? And she's like, just absolutely mortified, deletes the picture, deletes the comment, but she did have to blog about it because when she told people,
Could have
it was
been
just
worse.
so funny.
Could have been her doctor saying, "Call me right away." And it's like,
How about that
oh,
rash?
well, okay.
Good Lord, it's
That's
another
why they
planet.
landed on Mars.
We were laughing about this now and saying it's socially inapt and blah blah blah. But in 30 years, teenagers will be doing stuff. It's like, yeah, I have hemorrhoids. Check this out, doc. And everybody sees it
30
socially, and they
years?
don't care.
So as I
Before
was
then.
saying, we
And
should
they don't
probably
care.
talk
It's the
about
don't
these
care
issues
part.
that people care about instead
Exactly.
of talking about random nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, such a troublemaker. Who put that guy in the
Let
room?
you in.
Let's talk
God, he's
about-
drinking martinis. That's why.
Talk about
he's
who's-
got one of those weird
Random
drinks.
nonsense.
Red-
We never do that.
I think he's watched too much of that. Then
I know,
We
but
a
you
fucking
should-
solid show
23.
here, and we do
I thought
not
that-
swear.
I'm sorry, I thought random
swear.
nonsense was Bob's middle name.
No.
Bitch.
Here's the thing here.
That's
Usually
his-
we have a rough skeleton of a show where we actually talk about things.
last
Most of which I
week
didn't
was
understand for the
awesome.
first 6 months I came here.
I
And
hate
would-
it when
I
my
would
co-host
put
does
in
that.
with
Last
a joke every now and then.
week was
Like this
awesome.
week, it's like we're just talking about stuff. And it's like,
Marcel,
why don't we talk about
Marcel.
like stuff?
Marcel?
We're
And
talking about
then
stuff.
I can cut in with a joke that has nothing to do with anything. and I'll
No
feel like I
more
understand my
martinis
role.
for
But
Marcel.
Right now,
Told you
it's
he
like,
was cut off.
2 martinis and
Marcel,
toast.
Oh my
Toast.
God, give that guy a beer.
Okay, Marcel, now you have to be quiet so we can talk about stuff.
Straight jacket for Marcel.
Okay,
Straight jacket
let's
for
go to
Marcel.
page 5 now.
Marcel needs his
Please.
Prozac.
It's like I've entered a prison, and these people have been in this prison for so long that they haven't talked to each other for a long
No,
time.
last
Well, you'd
week
be surprised
we were
with
awesome.
Marcel.
Hey,
He
if this
does
was
get
a
several
prison, we'd
chances to
shake
talk.
you.
What's on page 5?
This is big
I'm gonna
Five.
shake somebody in a
Under style.
second here.
I thought we were on
People,
page 60.
whoa, okay.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
page 5. Let's see
People-
more wineries
people
adopting new
browse-
technology.
No, we've been
No,
through
that's
that.
last
everybody's
show.
talking
So
about that.
I think
Hey,
10.
Bob, I got a story for you.
All right. Blow me away, dude.
Oh, this is classic, Bob. You'll appreciate this.
Okay, don't
right?
tell anybody, okay? Shh.
Okay, here's the story.
Whisper,
So,
whisper.
so we go into this corporate company,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
sitting there,
Yeah.
and we identify that the company needs a corporate strategy, right? So we
Correct.
basically go into the department, and you know how VPs have like a 2-minute attention span, maybe a 2-second attention
Oh,
span.
yeah. Yep.
So I spent about 15 minutes deploying this content
Big
strategy.
mistake.
That's what she
Big
said.
mistake.
And he looks at the marketing person and says, "Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we working on this? This is like we're way behind the curve."
Yeah.
And so there's this awkward silence. This happened like basically 2 hours ago. There's this awkward silence,
And?
and the lady looks at him and says, "Actually, the proposal's been sitting on your desk for the last 6 months,
That's what she said.
Nicely. How to get fired.
dude." That was so embarrassing.
Whoops.
I've never seen that happen. So
Okay,
it was
dude,
so
dude,
bad.
you know what you should have done, though? What you should have done, you should jump to that, dude, it's my mistake. I use big words. I'll send you a simplified memo with 250 words, like a blog post. I know they're hard to get through, but a 250, maybe 500 word blog post. Tomorrow, I will send you an email. We will fax you, and if you don't get that, I'll be sending a registered letter. Take 2 to 3 days, just in case you're busy.
You should offer a job because she's going to need it after that.
Yeah, actually, I think she actually got a promotion or a raise tonight because he felt like an idiot.
Yeah, he embarrassed him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was. I had to say, I was very
You do
surprised,
kick-ass presentations, dude.
She grew balls tonight. That's for sure.
Well, I think what it was is like she said, okay. She throws down. She said, look, no, I believe in Bosco. And Bosco, you go in there and your boss says, holy shit, this guy is awesome. Why aren't we talking about him now? And she says, dude, I've been trying to get this guy in this room for 6 months. And he goes, oh, sorry. And then let's talk on Wednesday. And
Well,
then your boss
does anyone
will
have this
sit down
story,
with
like
you.
similar stories about corporate companies? Like, does anyone
It's
else can
always
relate?
the same.
Great.
A good one. Yeah,
All
I
right.
developed some. I've developed some software for a company over several years, and they were asking me about a bit of functionality. So I went and showed it to them, and I got a letter of thanks. But I actually installed it 4 years earlier. They just hadn't discovered it.
Do you get to invoice them twice?
Oh, definitely.
I've had that
That's
happen.
awesome.
I worked for this one company. We did this massive campaign for them, and then I bitched for 6 months that they hadn't paid me, and then they ended up
You
paying
jerk.
me. They paid me twice in the same month.
Oh.
I said, okay. It was a lot of money.
Okay, enough war stories.
Oh, okay.
All right, Bonnie's got something.
Let's
Yes,
talk
Bonnie.
about Twitter.
Give us something, Bonnie.
I'm
Give us
going to piss
something.
everybody off now.
Okay.
All right, Bonnie.
I wanted to
Mic it, baby. Mic it.
what to do when customers get mean on social media.
What the hell do you know?
Nothing. None of my customers are ever mean. Give me
Wow,
a
nice
break.
comeback.
There
All
we
right,
go.
What's the first tip?
I have to ask a question before you say
Take
anything.
lessons from
Bonnie,
Alan Knight on how to communicate clearly.
Bonnie,
Exactly.
You have a million thousand
First of
Twitter
all, you have
followers.
to
Such a
have an
bitch, Bosco. You're such a
IQ above
bitch.
warm,
Bonnie.
above room temperature.
Bonnie, you have a million thousand Twitter followers. And
Million
none of them are mean,
thousand.
because that's awesome.
I'm pretty much getting up on 100,000.
Yeah, but none of
And
them
they
are mean.
love her. Are you kidding?
But,
They do.
But none of them are mean.
Never.
Really?
No, once in a while I have somebody who is.
And what happens?
I get meaner.
Not a girl. Don't be fucking with the Bonnie.
She gets
Yeah,
nasty.
but I guess you're mean in a classy way.
I
Anyways,
got
let you talk.
Bonnie.
I'm
I
sorry,
am
Hart.
mean in a classy
mean.
way. I am a classy chick, so
She's got a
But
huge
Bonnie
freaking
gets so mean
vocabulary.
that it actually goes over their head and they don't really understand it.
Yeah, it swings back and kicks him in the butt.
Okay, so let's talk about what to do when customers get mean on social media.
Kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, come on.
Shoot them.
You guys would
down.
be out of business in no time flat.
I say embrace it, and you know what? Showcase it. And if you screw up, let everybody know about it.
Bosco, what the hell do you
You
know?
read that article.
Hey, last week
I agree
Randall
with,
brought up.
when you screw up.
Well, it was-
let everyone
yeah,
know
there's
about
a-
it.
there's
but
a
I
rest-
think you should have fun with
Cross
Hey,
it.
Marcel,
I'm just
Marcel,
saying.
Marcel,
I'm just
let
saying.
Randall tell the
No,
story.
I'm done.
There's a restaurant in San Diego that actually puts blasts out in the bathroom all the negative reviews on Yelp.
I heard
love
that earlier
that.
in the
Yeah,
setup.
I heard
was-
that last week.
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah,
So-
It was before the show. I
The
think.
show
Yeah.
wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
Nice comeback. Well done.
but that's pretty
Hey,
good, eh? It's like,
hey,
you know
that's
what? You're
awesome.
gonna put bad reviews on Yelp, then
No.
we'll just play it through the bathroom speakers and
Why not?
But,
let
and
everybody
then
know
actually
how
have
shit
a
it
budget.
really what shit it really is.
Bonnie was at the Art of Marketing when Scott Stratton said the CEO of UPS, was it UPS, Bonnie, that they had a video of the employee throwing a computer over the fence?
Yep.
And then
It was
he
a Dell.
publicly apologized and said, "This is unacceptable. We screwed up."
Yep.
And it was one of the most watched video apologies of all time.
Yep. Fired
Yeah,
his ass,
because
too.
they did.
Yep.
Because it's unusual and abnormal, and that is what is wrong with a lot
They
of
need to do that
communications.
to those Walmart employees that were filmed themselves throwing around iPads in the back room. James, be quiet.
Take that away from James.
You're the one that gave him to him. Take responsibility. Did I say gave him to him? Is that
No.
Freudian slip?
So what are the? So in this article, it says some of the things you can do when customers get mean is offer
It's a
free
picture.
product demos and webinars to your customers.
Yeah.
that
Respond quickly. Never
Yeah,
never
on
show
time,
anger.
real time.
Don't be negative. And
Hey, Bob's gone a bit taller.
oh no, he hasn't.
It's the stilts.
Oh, that's the stills.
There's some sort of filter on that webcam.
It makes them look
What?
taller.
So let's talk about something really
is that
important
the
here.
Bosco filter?
Who is that James?
probably
James
Oh, it's
wants to
coming for
do
James now.
Gaming with
James.
James.
No. I don't want to.
James has
Let's
woke
do
up.
gaming with
Wait,
James.
before-
I want to do gaming with James. We haven't done that for
Okay,
two goddamn
before
shows.
you guys play the
I
music,
gotta
I
get-
have a question.
Yeah.
Is this the last bunker project of the year? Because I know you guys take a week off on Christmas.
Second
Is the-
last.
No, it's not. There's one
So
more.
we are doing one in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect.
Wouldn't
Never
that be on
mind.
Christmas week?
I'll save what I was going to
Another
say for the.
martini?
You're not going to want to meet on Christmas?
It'll be in 2 weeks from now.
Which
And
is
then-
the Christmas time, dude.
No, it's not.
Marcel's auditioning to be the next Bond
So that'll
girl.
be what, the 19th?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to
He
Google.
is
I'll
the
have to
next
hang
Bond
out in
girl.
I
from
am
Qualicum
the next
Beach.
Bond girl.
So it's the
correct.
19th.
Life
What?
is
You
tough.
just
you
decided
met
we're
me?
going to do it on the 19th.
Yeah,
now.
sure.
Yeah, we're gonna take the second
I'm
off.
not here. I'm already booked.
Marcel's going to be the next Bond girl, slutty.
So we're taking the second off, right?
Well,
Is that on
I'll
Halloween?
hang out in on the
I love
19th from
how
Qualicum Beach.
clever this
Okay,
Bond
cool.
girl joke is. It's so
So what
clever,
we're
you guys.
doing is we're doing a show on the 19th, and we're taking the second off, and then we're gonna do the 9th,
Yeah.
and then from then on it'll alternate just like normal.
Exactly. We just wanted to switch
Not
it
that
around.
this is normal.
And then we'll be then our rapid times calendar will be in sync. Not that that's why we're doing it, because we've only ever had one person come from there. The
What's rapid
tarts.
time? The tarts.
Tarts
Yeah.
are coming. I hope they bring some goddamn tarts this time. They brought one
Okay,
tart
so,
last time. We had to
Tarts
share
are
it.
coming. The tarts are
Now
coming.
it's time for
Oh.
before my voice disappears.
Oh, I gotta get.
Oh.
Angry Birds.
Oh.
Santa.
Angry Birds.
Hello.
Okay, so now it's time for
Gaming with Santa.
Gaming with James. All right, what's new in the world of games, James?
Angry Birds.
Marcel made a huge mess over here.
I
and,
was excited. Come on, don't give the guy
He
a
was
hard
really
time.
bad. Jesse's
And-
gonna punch him out.
No, she's
He's
not.
excited he's going to be a
She's going
Bond
to.
girl.
Aye. All right.
Yeah.
Gaming with James.
Anyways.
Gaming, James.
Go, James.
Yo,
James, talk.
Hey,
I've been playing this game, dude. I want to give me some advice because I've got to the level that it's giving me a really
What?
hard time.
Angry Bird sucks.
what
It's
is
close.
Bob talking
Oh, crap,
about?
My eyes don't work. This looks...
All right. So, anyways, on the docket today, Call of Duty makes $1 billion.
What?
Whoa, $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Who did they ransom?
Never mind
Call
the
of
fact
Duty
that
4
actual
or
war
Black
costs
Ops?
several billions of dollars every month.
Black
James?
Ops 2.
Black Ops 2, right there.
Yeah.
Get on the bus. Come on, Black Ops 2 sold $1 billion.
Is there a mobile version?
No. There is. It's Call of Duty Elite. It allows you to change up your loadout, see your skills, see how many
Can
people
we get it
you've
on
killed.
BlackBerry?
I thought it was called
Yep.
Afghanistan.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
We'll take the mobile version. Just sign up here, son.
What else happened in gaming?
It's 3D.
Hey, actually, you know, I know you're a big BlackBerry fan, and this isn't 100% related to gaming with James.
But BlackBerry's doing awesome.
But I've heard, I saw an interesting statistic for BlackBerry.
Yeah.
That's a contradiction
They've
right there.
lost almost zero business.
Yeah.
But what they have not done
The
is
zero clients.
No. They've got
Come on.
Their customer base has hardly shrunk at all. But what's
Do they
happened
even
is the
have a
market
customer
has
base?
the market has expanded, and they didn't get any new customers.
Yeah. Let's
so
hear
they're
it.
bitching.
So
That's semantics.
so they have a lower percentage of, but they didn't lose their customers. So I
What
found
are you
that very
trying to
interesting.
say?
Well, let's see. They're not losing their customers yet. The
They
U.S.
haven't
government
gained
has
any.
dumped BlackBerry and is going to iPhones.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I mean they've lost some customers, but they haven't lost a significant percentage of their customers. Like
Craig, I'm with
like
you.
the media
This doesn't
makes it
sound
up.
like good news at all.
Yeah, and being a Canadian company, the American government doesn't plan to bail them out.
Yeah, but BlackBerry's going to do fine. Bosco's just wrong, and he's too young to understand what it's like for mobile. And if he keeps going on talk shows called Night Talk, he's just going to end up, digging up further hole.
Harsh tokes, man. Harsh tokes.
Because he was kind of one of those dragons that
What are you
sure had
saying?
an opportunity to
Oh, he's a
be
jealous
awesome,
people?
but he just threw me under the water.
Oh no!
Oh!
Yeah.
He drowned him for
He
crapping
probably
me?
deserved it.
James, it's
Okay.
water under the
Funny,
bridge,
funny
right?
enough, I
Water
did vote
under
for
the
James
bridge.
too.
He did vote for me, but it was just too
I
hard
voted-
with that guy
I
that was
voted for
making
you
love to the
twice.
judges.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
And that's it. So in Gaming with James today, I just like to say, make sure you game the system. Oh. Anyways, okay, so Far Cry 3 came out. That game's pretty awesome. So now all of the 3 big shooters for the year are out.
That's what she said.
Bitch.
Give him another martini.
Oh,
Marcella's-
she's hysteric. She's being so clever. Yum,
he's,
yum, yum.
he's just like killing himself laughing here. He's got
That's
one
what she said.
phrase. He's got
just
one
a
phrase.
shaky. He's just shaking. His finger's coming up.
That's
He's-
his signature
he
line.
can't
It's
have-
Ed McMahon.
Oh, he hasn't pissed himself yet.
That's
Oh,
what she said.
Damn it.
All right, anything else new in the world of games?
So, such an
The
intellectual
Wii
show.
U is amazing. Go pick it up for your kids. It's $300.
Wow.
You'll
I
be
go
the
Wii U
best
too all the
person.
Maybe in a couple of years.
No, buy it now.
So why is it amazing? Because they've got it on Metrotown. They've got a special presentation, and I was watching it. Playing.
They
it
just got a
yesterday.
good marketing budget. That's the only reason. It's
Yeah.
No,
that's
it's
pretty much it.
awesome.
Nothing to do with the quality of
So
the show.
is it better than Xbox 360?
If you have a young child under the age of 15 that you want to keep wholesome for another couple of years, get a Wii U.
Yeah, but I don't think it's any better than the Wii.
Okay, so-
Yeah, but you got to
that's
be.
a
But it
pretty
is.
goddamn
Why?
affluent
Actually,
market.
okay, I have
It
a
is. The
question.
games are nicer. The graphics are better. It's no longer in and out in HDMI.
porn.
So it's good.
Okay, I have a question for James, though.
Yeah.
All right.
So my girlfriend, her son's 10, about 11.
Yeah.
He's been, he plays like Call of Duty 2, Battlefield, all this kind of things. He got an Xbox 360. She's got like the smoking like the 24-inch Mac
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
She's got smoking fast system, but Ethan goes like, "No, I need a Windows machine. It's the only good gaming machine there is."
Yep, it's true. It's true. It's true.
And yeah, so
you know why? Because Mac hasn't put a Mac Pro out for years.
Okay, so
10 of them.
So what would be
That's why.
what's the most important thing that should be in that fabulous gaming machine?
A live mortar.
Live gerbils?
No, a mortar.
Is it
I'm
sound
glad-
card,
A
graphics
potato
card,
mortar. That's one.
CPU?
You want
Is
a
it
good-
everything?
A potato mortar.
You
would
want a good
sell like
CPU,
Invicta.
you want a good GPU, and you want to have a good
Shitload of RAM.
What's a GPU?
graphics processing unit.
Okay.
Graphics
Yeah.
processor.
Yeah.
NVIDIA?
If you
can
have
get
a
whatever.
Mac, you cannot get. If you have, that's the
There's
big
some
thing.
nice voodoo systems if you want to go
the-
really high.
Mac
end.
is 7 years behind what's going on.
She'll
with
probably
graphic
go.
processors.
She'll probably go
Sad.
decent high end because it's like
He needs.
Well, also they're a geeky family. Let's put it. Their bar
If you
in their
get-
kitchen has a sound cable and a power bar underneath it.
Yeah.
And
Because
it's
no
like,
one wants to
That's
talk
not.
to each
That's
other.
not nerdy.
no, we're all talking
If
with
you
each
had a
other, but we're
LAN
sharing
interface,
stuff off our
maybe a fiber
computer.
optics interface would be nerdy.
The thing is though is you probably shouldn't buy a gaming computer within the next couple of years because it's just going to keep changing.
big time.
So
Yeah, but he's
uh,
not going to wait till he's going on 13. I mean, that's
Okay.
just he's
Just give him an iPod or a Surface.
Yeah, just get another child.
Chromebook.
Just give him a Surface.
Give him a Chromebook and watch
So
him cry.
for kids this Christmas, what games would you recommend?
I would say get a Wii U with new Super Mario Brothers.
Okay,
What
if I'm
about
not going to buy the
Assassin's-
new console, because I'm going to wait on that until.
Go
What
buy a
about
new
Assassin's
console.
Creed?
Assassin's Creed if you want to
Oi,
teach your kids
well
how to
played,
kill
Buzzkill.
Civil War people.
Okay,
good
that
one.
sounds good.
Hey,
Yeah,
hang on.
Far Cry 3, Halo 4.
I can hear some music in the background. That must
We're
be
getting dragged
Buy
off
the
the
Bunker
stage.
Project
Yes.
video
The
game.
end of the
way.
Oh yeah,
over
let's make a
time.
game. James, make a game.
Hey,
Make it so, number one.
You have
Make it
to
so.
brush Andrew's eyebrows and keep Bob muted.
Thank you.
Good luck
No,
with
no,
that.
no, yeah.
That's a hard
a good
game.
one.
That's
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. Hey, and if you want, make a website about it because you can do it for free.
That's right, on
Wix.com.
Wix.com.
Amazing.
All right, thanks for listening to the show, and we'll see you again next
got a
week
long
for
way.
episode number 119.
And then we're running away to get completely pissed. Oh, hey, let's do a
And
special.
we'll do a special, Christmas special.
Yeah.
Are we going to be
Just
singing
me
Christmas
and
carols?
Andrew.
Oh, we're gonna have
Holy
Santa.
crap.
Santa.
Oh,
yeah.
Red-nosed reindeer?
Next week.
Santa's
Norm
coming.
from Richmond. Hey,
Oh,
Bob, you're
really?
hilarious.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. No matter what Andrew says, you don't need a nose job. See you
Santa's
later.
working
Bye.
his tan.
How much did you pay him?
He doesn't need a nasal.